Well, the WNBA and Unrivaled is headline news these days in the sports world. Now we know the WNBA free agency period has started. Unrivaled has started off with a bang. Free agents are on the market. Some people that was unrestricted free agents are testing, the market. Some of the free agents that was restricted are now restricted free agents. But we'll unpack all that next here on the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. Well, guys, man, it's time for us Chicago Sky fans to just let it go, and it's time to move forward, man. As we know, Kennedy Carter was a restricted free agent and is no longer restricted. She's an unrestricted free agent. She has the ability and capability to sign on with any team, and that comes by way of announcement of the Chicago Skies. Andy Constable and Jeff P has made a statement. But guys, it's time to move on, man. It is what it is. We wishing Kennedy Carter the best. Hopefully, she signs with a team and she can go to that team and make an immediate impact. But us Chicago Sky fans, enough is enough, man. We have to move on from the situation. And before we move on from the situation, let's just go through the timeline. This is an article that came out the night that Kennedy Carter wasn't offered a qualifying offer that made her become an unrestricted free agent. Kennedy Carter will be an unrestricted free agent after Sky decided not to extend a qualifying offer. According to multiple league sources, the Sky's decision not to offer the leading scorer was tied to locker room issues and overall concern that re-signing her would negatively impact free agents. According to multiple sources, players were unhappy with the dynamic created in the locker room last year due to Carter's behavior, which went unchecked by former coach Teresa Weatherspoon. There was concerns within the team regarding how re-signing Carter would impact the Sky's chances to land other free agents. Now, Jeff P has in the past press conference made it clear that while the roster decisions was ultimately be his to make, he plans to collaborate with new coach Tyler Marsh and Sky ownership. This indicates that it was likely a joint decision not to offer Carter. Kennedy had a credible season for us last year. Pagaloshi said in a statement provided in the Sun-Times, she's extremely talented and is a player that can impact the game in the highest level in our league. We absolutely appreciate all she did for our team last year. However, we've made changes to our staff and we made changes to our roster. Those changes impact Kennedy's fit on the team. So we wanted to give her the best opportunity as a free agent. So right there, that says a lot. To me, I'm looking at it in a situation where it's like, it's time to move on. They made their decision. Now they also stated that Carmilla Cardosa and Angel Reese are the cornerstone. So let's build around them. Let's build a team going forward. You got to put the pieces around them two cornerstone players that fit what we're trying to do. Now we've known that Tyler Marsh has came out in his introductory press conference that he wants to play fast. They want big wings. So let's look at some of the free agents that might fit that build. There's free agents out there that you can go get. I know we've been talking about Jewel Lloyd. She's disgruntled out there in Seattle. She wants to be traded. She is from Chicago. In a recent interview, she says she wants to retire as a Chicago Sky. That's a possibility. You got the likes of people brought up Dejanay Carrington. She's grit and grind out there on that perimeter, a defensive specialist. She gets up into you and she's very aggressive. Also trying to build, through the draft. Now, Chicago Sky has the 3rd and 10th pick. Now, it's been plenty of conversation. Who do you take at 3? People are torn between Olivia Miles and Sonia Citron. There's a lot of people saying if Olivia Miles is available at 3, you get her at 3. But if she's not available at 3, then you move on and you get Sonia Citron. And then with that 10th pick, a lot of people want to get Cheyenne Sellers. A lot of people talk about Tina Pow. There's a lot of mix and matches that Chicago Sky need, but you got to understand something. Chicago has to fill like 4 roster spots. You got 2 draft picks, and there's free agents out there. Now there's likes of Kelsey Plum. A lot of people on this notion of, why not reaching out to Seattle to bring in a veteran point guard like a Skylar Diggins? I mean, there's all kinds of rumors floating out there. There's a lot of pieces that Chicago could go out there and entertain, but what do they give up? A lot of people don't want to package up that 3rd pick. A lot of people might bend a little bit when they're talking about that 10th pick, but that 3rd pick is crucial. But like we've talked about plenty of times, what the Sky's needs are. They do need a point guard. Olivia Miles, she's a big guard at 5'10". She looks a little bigger to me out there at 5'10". Her style of play is like we've talked about, and we've agreed to some, distinct that, she's like a Magic Johnson type, fast break pusher. Her style of play is up tempo and things like that. She can get downhill. She can shoot the 3 if she needs to shoot the 3. And then you're talking about Cheyenne Sellers from the University of Maryland, 6'2" guard that can play downhill. She can play defense. A lot of people question her 3-point shooting ability. Me personally, I think she has that 3-point ball in her arsenal if she needs to take it, but she's not that type of point guard. She plays downhill. She can run a set. She can get everybody involved. Now everybody talking about Sonia Citron. Sonia Citron is a 3-and-D player. She can guard your best player. She can cut their water off. She can make it tough on your best player. And she's long. She's at 6'1", and she's long. And that are some of the things that the Chicago Sky have to address. So like I said, man, it's time to move on. It's unfortunate that things happen, with Kennedy Carter. We wish her the best of luck. It's too much going back and forth. I see that people are making videos about the Twitter beef with her and Angel, where she made a statement on her Twitter page about missed layups. Everybody thought that was a direct shot at Angel Reese. So everybody's trying to figure out what's going on. And then I heard that, Kennedy Carter went up on her, Twitter X account and was in the Twitter spaces, and she was letting people conversate with her, and she was addressing certain people. And she was talking about the narratives out there. Everything is false and stuff like that. But you got to go back to some of the stuff that Kennedy Carter said, 3 years ago about layups. And she was talking about Angel Reese. So everybody's putting it together that, they were shots at Angel Reese. But that's either here nor there. It's time to move on, man. It's time to move on and let it go. And, Jeff P. and Tyler Marsh, they got some decisions they have to make, in this upcoming free agency. Who are they going to go after? Are they going to keep their picks? Are they going to build through the draft? But you have your cornerstone there, and Angel Reese and Carmela Cardoso. You just got to put the pieces around them to make it work. We've all questioned some of the decisions that Jeff P. has made, but right now we just got to sit back and see what he's going to do, because some of the things that we want him to do, he might not do, because look at the Kennedy Carter situation. But we passed that. Enough is enough. It's time to move on. We got to see what's, next in store for the Chicago Sky. Hopefully everything will work out the way things are supposed to work out. I know as GMs and presidents of leagues and coaches, they got to come together, the ownership, and they got to make the right decision for the organization. Now, we all know 2026, that's the year that everybody's waiting for, because everybody's going to be free agents. Everybody's going to be moving around. It's going to be faces in new places. Now you got to look at the Sky's facility. Everybody talks about facilities, man. Chicago Sky got the state-of-the-art facility coming in 2026. Maybe that can attract some free agents. So we'll see how it plays out, man. But enough is enough. It's time to move on, man. And we got to see what the Chicago Sky are going to do next. We got to see what Jeff P. and Tyler Marsh are going to orchestrate and how they're going to build this roster around Camila Cardoso and Angel Reese. Everybody is in an outrage because the qualifying offer for Dana Evans and Micaiah Onwuede. But I think Micaiah Onwuede, she's a valuable option for the Chicago Sky. I think by signing back Dana Evans, she might be packaged up in a trade deal, but there's no market out there for Dana Evans the way I see it. I don't think people want Dana Evans, but we're going to see what's going to happen. We're going to see what Jeff P. and Tyler Marsh are going to do to, get this ship in the right direction, because they just fell short of the playoffs last year. If it wasn't for injuries and certain people in and out of the lineups, that was an achievable task, but it's time to move on, guys. It's time to let it go. You guys let me know what y'all think about today's podcast. I see everybody in the comments section. #salute. And please, if you're not subscribed to the channel, do me a favor. Hit the subscribe button. Turn your post notifications on so you know every time Simply Ball drops another hot banger. And we're going to catch you on the next one. Deuces.
Thanks for listening to the Simply Ball Dropping podcast. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share on all major platforms.
That's all, folks.